Yo, what is going on, everyone? It's me, Mr. Premps, and I am back with another One Piece review and analysis, and chapter 1013 is here. Now, I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot to uncover here, because we got Big Mom, who at this point, we actually just have to appreciate is a complete monster. And excuse the pun, but she really has no soul. Then we have Kaido, who's monstrous, and he's definitely monstrous for his own reasons. And I guess when they say 1v1 bet on Kaido, they weren't capping. But as always, make sure you leave a like on the video, as it helps me out so much with that YouTube algorithm. And make sure you subscribe to the channel, as I try to bring you guys and girls One Piece chapter reviews on a weekly basis. But now those formalities are out of the way, let's get into this chapter. So for those of you who are interested in the cover page, it's really one that I really liked. And that's because it's my boy Sanji. And it's him thinking of ways to cook a shark that looks like Zoro. And honestly, I think it's really funny, particularly as the shark has 3 swords and it actually looks a bit like Zoro. And in fact, it's even imitating Zoro's 3 sword style. It's a really nice cover page and it did put a smile on my face. The chapter's called Big Mom's Anarchy. And I think that just about describes Big Mom 90% of the time we get to see her, and actually is part of an ongoing theme that we see with Big Mom that I'll speak about a little bit later. But since the chapter references Big Mom, it was only right that the chapter started off continuing where we left off last chapter, where Ulti had just slapped Otama, which not only did infuriate Big Mom, but basically activated Nami's mothering mode, causing Nami to attack Ulti with that lightning strike. So as the chaos continues, Usopp's like, Nami, let's get out of here. That lightning attack wasn't enough. And oh, we have Big Mom here too. Now Usopp, being true to his character here, he is like, look, they're too much for us. And Tama isn't in good shape. But Nami says something very similar to what Luffy said, when he said they ain't running no more. And Nami says the same thing here, as she's like, they're not going to stop hunting us down. So she's not running anymore. And I mean, it's very impressive coming from her, because at this point, Ulti has just shrugged off that lightning attack and tells her she's gonna put her in her place. But without a second thought, Nami charges up her climb attack with a tornado attack and hits Ulti again, but this time with a tornado tempo. And I guess I should mention that Big Mom is in the background here, asking if Tama is okay. And we also have some of the other beast pirates here laughing like, what is Nami doing? Does she really think she can take on Ulti? And they're right, because it seems that Nami's attacks are having no effect on Ulti whatsoever. As Ulti gets up and pounces onto Nami, and it's looking like curtains for Nami, as Ulti grabs her hands and tells her she's about to cave in her skull, as she lines up for one of those Ulti headbutts that were literally so impressive. And I mean, if that's her only move, it's clearly got her to where she is today. But as Ulti goes to headbutt Nami, we're in for a shock, because Big Mom steps in and oh my gosh, we got a fusion attack. And no, I'm not saying that wrong. I know this isn't Dragon Ball Z. We just saw a fusion attack. Big Mom shouts, Napoleon, Prometheus, Hera, fusion. Like some sort of Power Rangers morphin' time, and as Prometheus and Hera wrap themselves around Napoleon and shoot out an attack named Master Cannon, I'm just like, oh, fantastic. The panels are literally fantastic, because Nami began swinging her climb attack to shoot a tornado attack against Ulti, but Big Mom's taken this a whole step further and done something similar, but most likely a million times stronger. And I don't see Ulti getting up from this anytime soon. And you can see it on the face on the surrounding beast pirates that they're like, what? Big Mom's just taking out Ulti. Isn't she meant to be on our side? But Big Mom stood there like, that's what you get for putting your hands on Otama. And for me, I personally just find Big Mom's character hilarious, because she just does what she pleases and no one can stop her. But moving on, as I mentioned, Usopp stays true to his character. He's like, I just seen what happened and that's all mad, In fact, that's nuts, Nami. But let's get out of here. And he's so true to his character that even when Tama is trying to speak and she's like, what about Kamachio? He's like, we gotta leave him behind and we can come back for him later. So as they're running away, they bump into Zeus. And Zeus was trying to find his way back to Big Mom as we saw last chapter. And Nami realizes something was up straight away. And she's like, with Zeus not being there, who was that other thundercloud? And I think most of us began thinking that the theory of Zeus potentially joining Nami might be becoming true. Because Hera and Prometheus are in the background raving about how great their joint attack was with Napoleon, and that if Zeus was there, it wouldn't have worked, and that he's always the one holding them back. And I also like the response we get from Hera, showing her attitude, as she's like, I didn't do it for you boys. I literally just did this joint attack because I was obeying Big Mom. And then Prometheus is there like, well, you're only here because I asked Big Mom for a girlfriend. And I just love this dynamic because it shows the unique personalities of the homies. And even though they're a part of Big Mom's soul, they're also very different. But here comes the sad part, because as they're having this conversation, Zeus is in the background listening to all the bad things they're saying about him and how the three of them are going to get along so well without him. And so at this point, when he sees Nami, he's like, oh hey Nami, in which Nami dismisses him straight away too. So now he's spotted by Big Mom, and he's like, oh hey, sorry mama for being late. It looks like we have a new addition in reference to Hera. And he goes on to say, now there's 4 of us, we're gonna be unstoppable. Ahaha. In which Big Mom's like, nah, don't try it. This is your replacement. Your services are no longer needed. And Prometheus is definitely the hype man, because he's in the background like, yeah son, you're always weighing us down son. We don't need you son. And Big Mom instructs Hera to eat Zeus, and that by consuming his soul, she'll be so much stronger. And this is a little bit of an extremely emotional time for Zeus, because Hera is trying to consume his soul, and even though it wasn't his fault that he wasn't there to support Big Mom, he is literally pleading for his life here. In which Big Mom's like, as if I will leave a piece of my soul just floating out there. In which I personally hear that. I see exactly where she's coming from. But what's even more funny is that Big Mom's like, you understand me right, don't you Tama? Before taking her from the hands of Usopp, explaining how Nami and Usopp, being Straw Hats, are dangerous. And One Piece is just so funny to me, because the bad guys have no idea that they are the bad guys, to the extent that Big Mom thinks that she's in the right, and therefore she's a good person. But something that surprises me here is the saying of your life flashing before your eyes when you're on the brink of death. And I feel like that just happened to Zeus here, because Big Mom goes to attack Nami and Usopp, and even with Otama's pleading of her not to attack her friends, Big Mom doesn't listen, and Zeus is like, I'm sorry Nami, I know I tried to kill you earlier, but I was just scared to defy Big Mom, and that he's all alone now, and he's about to be discarded, but he doesn't want to be hated by everyone at the end of his life. So if Nami just forgives him, he's going to try and make amends right here, as he gives up his life so that she can escape. And to be honest, Oda's done a fantastic job here, because you can feel the emotion behind Zeus's words, as he charges up for an attack. But that was an anticlimax, because Big Mom just starts ripping out his soul, and Nami's like, you really are such an idiot, as she tries to feed some of those black lightning bolts to him so he can muster up the energy to get away. But it appears it's too late, because Hera's gobbled most of him up, and now she's about to eat those lightning balls too. And so Nami and Usopp, recognizing this, they begin running away with Otama to Big Mom's confusion, as she mentions how she hates it when people desert her. And I think this is a point of hers that can be made into a video in itself, because it links to her childhood, then Mother Caramel, and then to her soul powers, having that stay or life ability. But now she's really mad, and she's about to attack Otama. They're saved by a punk Gibson from the anti-hero, Eustace Kid. And what a moment to arrive, because I'm not gonna lie, Big Mom would have finished them. Kid tells them to get out of there as Big Mom is his prey, and you can see the relief on their faces. It's almost as if Luffy just came and saved them. But since we're speaking about Luffy, we pan back to the rooftop, in which Kaido is out of his hybrid form, and he's crying, talking about he knew things would end up like this, and Luffy was just so cocky, and he wished he could have taken Luffy's head, but he needs to show proof in order to kill everyone's spirits, as we see Luffy's body falling from the rooftop. And that brings the chapter 10 end. And oh my, what a chapter. The chapter had a huge focus on Big Mom, and the final panel with Luffy defeated at the end really shows the difference in class. We are on break next week, so maybe we'll have some time to delve into a few theories in the upcoming week, and some predictions as to where we'll be going next. But let me know what you all thought of the chapter. Do you think Zeus is dead? Were we wrong to think that he'd end up with Nami? And how do you think Kaido is going to be defeated now? Let me know down in the comments. And as usual, if you like anything I've had to say, please make sure you leave a like on the video. And if you like weekly One Piece reviews, make sure you subscribe to the channel so you never miss out when I drop more reviews just like this. Say.